Hi there, so we're on day 205 of our Through the Bible in 1 Year. Today they have us reading Isaiah 35 and 36. So let's read those to remember to look for Jesus. He talks a lot about the end times that still haven't happened yet, from Revelations actually. So here we go. The ransomed return to Zion. The wilderness and the dry land will be glad. The desert will rejoice and blossom like a rose. It will blossom abundantly, and also rejoice with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of the Lord, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the weak hands, steady the shaking knees. Say to the cowardly, be strong, do not fear. Here is your God. Vengeance is coming. God's retribution is coming. He will save you. Then the eyes of the blind will be opened and the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then the lame will leap like a deer, and the tongue of the mute will sing for joy. For water will gush in the wilderness and streams in the desert. The parched ground will become a pool of water, and the thirsty lands springs of water. In the haunt of jackals, in their lairs, there will be grass, reeds, and papyrus. A road will be there, and a way it will be called the Holy Way. The unclean will not travel on it, but it will be for the one who walks the path. Even the fool will not go astray. There will be no lion there, and no vicious beast will go upon it. They will not be found there, but the redeemed will walk on it, and the redeemed of the Lord will return and come to Zion with singing, crowned with unending joy. Joy and gladness will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee. Wow, cool, huh? That was 35. That was a short chapter. Only 10 verses. Okay, chapter 36. I can't say that word. Sennacherib's invasion. In the 14th year of King Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, attacked all the fortified cities of Judah and captured them. Then the king of Assyria sent to Rabshakeh along with the massive army from Lachish to King Hezekiah at Jerusalem. The Assyrians stood near the conduit of the upper pool by the road to the fuller's field. Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the palace, Shebna, the court secretary, and Joah, son of Asaph, the court historian, came out to him. Then Rabshakeh said to them, tell Hezekiah, ready? The great king, the king of Assyria, says this, what are you relying on? I say that your strategy and military preparedness are mere words. What are you now relying on that you have rebelled against me? Look, you are trusting in Egypt, that splintered reed of a staff that will enter and pierce the hand of everyone who leans on it. This is how Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is to all who trust in him. Suppose you say to me, we trust in the Lord our God. Isn't he the one whose high places and altars Hezekiah has removed, saying to Judah and Jerusalem, you are to worship this altar? Now make a deal with my master, the king of Assyria. I'll give you 2,000 horses if you're able to supply riders for them. How then can you drive back a single officer among the weakest of my master's officer and trust in Egypt and chariots and horsemen? Have I attacked this land to destroy it without the Lord's approval? The Lord said to me, attack this land and destroy it. Then Eliakim, Shebna, and Joah said to Rabshakeh, please speak to your servants in Aramaic, since we understand it. Don't speak to us in Hebrew, within earshot of the people who are on the wall. But then Rabshakeh applied, has my master sent me to speak these words to your master and to you, and not to the men who are sitting on the wall, who are destined with you to eat their own excrement and drink their own urine? Oh, gross. That's weird, huh? I've got a spot on these glasses. I can't see out of them. I gotta keep my hands off of them, I guess. Nice. Okay, that was gross. Then Rabshakeh stood and called out loudly in Hebrew. Listen to the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. This is what the king says. Don't let Hezekiah deceive you, for he cannot deliver you. Don't let Hezekiah persuade you to trust in the Lord, saying the Lord will certainly deliver us. The city will not be handed over to the king of Assyria. Don't listen to Hezekiah, for this is what the king of Assyria says. Make peace with me and surrender to me, then every one of you may eat from his own wine and his own fig tree and drink water from his own cistern. until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards. Beware that Hezekiah does not mislead you, saying, the Lord will deliver us. Has any one of the gods of the nations delivered his land from the power of the king of Assyria? We are the gods. Where are the gods of Hamath and Apra? Where are the gods of that word? Have they delivered Samaria from my power? Whom among all the gods of these lands are ever delivered his land from my power? So will the Lord deliver Jerusalem. But they kept silent. They didn't say anything, for the king's command was, don't answer him. Then Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the palace, Shebna, the court secretary, and Joash and Asaph, the court historian, came to Hezekiah with their clothes torn and reported to him the words of Rabshakeh. So, that was short, huh? Only 2 chapters. It's very interesting. Weird stuff going on. Let's mark that as complete. See what's going on tomorrow. Oh, 2 more chapters 3 chapters in Isaiah. Okay. Oh. Hezekiah is going to seek Isaiah's counsel tomorrow, so that should be interesting. So there you go. It's a short and sweet one for today, day 205, July 23rd, 2024. We're getting through this whole Bible in a year. Catch up on any you may have missed. You want to see you got the whole Bible in a year and didn't miss anything. Be terrible if you had to start over, huh? But there you have it. Until tomorrow, we'll do it again. See you later.